Good day everyone, I am Group 6 Representative Kenneth Cassandra Mendoza along with Henry Meredor Jr. And today we will be discussing the benefits of tourism from socio-economic environmental approach. So before I move on to discussing our topic, let me first describe or discuss our learning objective, which is one, to explain how tourism contributes to the growth and improvement of communities. Second is to understand the economic impact of tourism. And third is to explain how tourism can be managed to benefit both the environment and communities. And our last objective is to describe how tourism can positively affect developing countries. So moving on to our first slide, we would discuss tourism. So tourism is described as a social, cultural, and economic phenomenon. This means that it's not just about leisure or travel, but it also involves various aspects of society, culture, and the economy. It entails the movement of people to countries or places outside their usual environment for either personal or business purposes. So if your purpose is to have fun, it would be classified as a personal, travel, or for leisure. While if it's for a job, it would be classified as a business travel. So tourism is also considered a major economic driver. It benefits multiple sectors, especially by one, creating jobs. Think of hotels, restaurants, airlines, tourist guides, which all provide employment opportunities. Next is to generate revenue. As tourists spend on lodging, food, souvenirs, and activities, this brings income to the local economy. Next is encouraging cultural exchange. Tourists often learn about the host's country's culture, traditions, and lifestyle, which foster mutual understanding to both the visitor and the visiting country. Next slide is socio-economic. So socio-economic refers to the combination of social and economic factors that influence or affect a person's decision to visit a particular destination. So social factors could include culture, language, religion, or safety. Economic factors might include affordability, currency exchange rate, and the cost of travels and accommodation. For example, a budget traveler from the Philippines might choose to visit Thailand instead of Europe due to a more affordable cost economically and similar tropical weather or friendly locals socially. These factors together shape tourism demand, whether people will be interested or able to visit a destination or a tourist spot. Next is the economic benefits. So the economic benefits have one, revenue and employment. Tourism boosts local economies by increasing income and creating jobs in sectors like hospitality, which has hotels, hostels, and resorts. Transportation, which has airlines, buses, taxis, or car rentals. While other services include tour operators, restaurant, and entertainment. So as an example of this, the rise of tourism in Siargao led to an increase in guest houses, food stalls, and transportation services, which gave a lot of job opportunities to people living in Siargao. Next is the multiplier effect. The multiplier effect means that the money tourists spends on circulates within the local community. An example of this was when a tourist pays for a meal in a local restaurant, the restaurant buys vegetable from a local farmer, and the farmer uses the money to buy clothes from a local store. So there we can see how the money just circle around locally once the tourist spends it. So this chain of spending supports various sectors like agriculture, retail, and services, which is a benefit of tourism. Next is poverty alleviation. Income redistribution, which has income redistribution. Tourism provides opportunities for peoples in rural and remote areas who are often left out in the mainstream economic activities. Like in Ifugao, locals who used to rely on farming now earn from guiding tours at the rice terraces or selling handicrafted souvenirs. So this help marginalized communities benefits from tourism and improve their income levels. Next is the job creation. Tourism is one of the largest employment generators globally. It provides formal and informal jobs. A sample of a formal is the hotel staff or airline employees, while the informal are street vendors, local tour guides, and tricycle drivers that all benefits from tourism or the tourists. It also employs those those with limited access to formal jobs such as women, indigenous people, and youth, giving them a chance to earn and live without needing advanced educations or skills. Next is sustainable development. Under this, we can see community empowerment. Tourism can empower communities when locals are actively involved in planning and decision making. An example of this would be in Bohol, a community-based tourism activities like river cruises or cultural shows are run by locals. They share in the profits and decide how to improve their services. This ensures fair benefit sharing and prevents exploitation by outside investors. Next is the cultural preservation. Tourism helps preserve cultural and heritage by making traditions economically valuable. Like how the Sinulog Festival in Cebu is not just a religious celebration but also a tourist attraction. Funds from tourism help sustain the event and preserve its meaning and value. Next is environmental conservation. Sustainable tourism practices aim to protect the environment. Like how in Palawan, some resorts promote economic friendly operations like solar power, zero waste policies, and marine sanctuary support. Tourism revenues can also fund conservation efforts like forest protection or wildfire rescue programs. So next we have is infrastructure and quality of life. So under this we have investment in infrastructure. So tourism leads to improve infrastructure like better roads, airports, seaports, public transportation, and water and energy systems. So, an example of this would be the improvement of roads in Banawe was done to attract more tourists. These roads now also help locals travel and transport goods more easily. So these developments benefits both the tourists and the residents of the tourist attraction. Next is improved living standards. So with more tourism, communities often receive enhanced amenities like cleaner water, public toilets, health services, and recreational areas. So, an example of this is the very relevant in Boracay. After its rehabilitation, the island gained better waste management, sewer systems, and more organized businesses. These improvements raised quality of life for locals and made it a more pleasant place for tourists to visit. So, the next part would be reported by Henry Meredor Jr.
Hello everyone, I am Mr. Henry L. Meredor Jr. and I was assigned to discuss cultural exchange and marketing. So, cultural exchange and marketing through tourism promotes intercultural understanding by allowing people to experience different different traditions, languages, and lifestyle. This encourages respect, reduces cultural barriers, and build global awareness. In intercultural understanding helps people develop open-mindedness and appreciation for cultural diversity, making making communities more inclusive and harmonious. Meanwhile, destination branding helps places market their unique identity, like heritage sites, local festivals, and cuisine, to attract visitors. A strong, authentic brand draw more tourists, boost local pride, and support economic growth. Next is the positive social effect. Tourism leads to better infrastructure and public services such as roads, healthcare, and education. These improvements benefit not just tourists but also the local communities, raising their quality of life. Next is how does tourism affect developing countries? Tourism affect developing countries number one by when tourists spend money during their trip. It goes back into the local economy. This creates jobs, support businesses, and drives economic development, especially in low income areas. So tourism affect developing countries number two by tourism boosts local demand for goods and services. As business grows to meet this demand, new jobs are created and poverty can be reduced. Tourism affect developing countries number three by tourism offers both direct and indirect benefits. Direct benefits include hotels, restaurants, and attraction. Indirectly, it supports sectors like construction, farming, and retail, making tourism a key player in economic progress. In summary, tourism promotes intercultural understanding, helping communities become more open, respectful, and inclusive. Through destination branding, it showcases a place's unique culture and identity, attracting visitor and boosting local pride. It also leads to improved infrastructure and public services that benefit both tourists and locals. In developing countries, tourism plays a key role in economic development by creating jobs, supporting local businesses, and increasing demand across various sectors. Overall, tourism is a powerful tool for cultural connection and sustainable growth. So that concludes our report. Again, we are Group 6, reporting the benefits for tourism from socio-economic environmental approach.